What's going on, guys? Mark here from Youngtimers Garage. I'm at Alex's place, Legit Street Cars, picking up the E55 wagon that he was working on. Really stoked to get this thing. All good here. Today, I'm going to show you guys something special. I picked up a new car. Well, not a new car, but a car that's new to me. 2005 Mercedes E55 AMG Wagon. Now, this car is a special car to me. I had a wagon before, as you guys may know. I had a 2007 E63 wagon, and I tried out the M156 platform. So everyone's like, "Oh, M113K is better." So I wanted to see what the hype was about. So now I have two M113K cars, and I do enjoy them. But do I think they're better than the M156? I guess everyone has their own argument. A naturally aspirated engine is a different ball game than a supercharged engine. And yeah, you could crank out a lot more power from the M113K, but the sound and just the history behind the M156 is a little bit different, and I guess to me they're both kind of equal. I wouldn't pick one over the other. As far as styling, the E63, obviously the wagon had the nicer bumpers, etc., and E55 wagon is a little bit dated, you may say, but I still love the way it looks. So let me show you the car. Of course, it had to be my favorite color, black. And I'm being sarcastic. I always say I'm never going to get a black car, and I always end up with another black car. This one is black on black. Some of you guys may know this car. I picked it up from my friend Alex over at Legit Street Cars. I did see this car a long time ago. Helped him shoot some footage of this car, so I kind of knew what was up with it. He did a lot to the car. It looks fantastic. What my plan to do with it is to make it even a little bit better than what it is. There's all these small nuances that I'm going to kind of tend to and fix and tidy up and make this a really clean car. Let me show you some of the things that I'm going to change in the car or fix in the car that maybe isn't visible at first glance, but me being very picky, I like to kind of sometimes go over the top and fix things that don't need to be fixed. Let's see here. So I already swapped these out. I got a set from the junkyard. I was going to get brand new ones, but these look really good. I didn't detail or clean them yet. And the other ones were rusty, and then these are still good, these scuff pads. The leather's still really nice in this car. It's got the Alcantara gray headliner, which is really nice. I'm gonna have to detail it and clean it up. I'm gonna have to clean up the whole carpet of the car. There's a couple seals that I already changed. Actually, this one I swapped out. This rubber, I changed this rubber. I found, I think it was 4 or 5 E-classes at the junkyard, and the rubber seals are for the most part interchangeable. The only ones that are not interchangeable, which I figured out, are these guys here, these felt seals, which they don't make anymore on the new cars, which is nice. I'm also going to have to take apart this door and see if I could get the sunshade out there. I think maybe the tab's cracked off. I'm going to take a look at what happened there. They kind of latch right here. I don't know if you can see. And I also have to fix the fact that the hatch does not go all the way up. I think the struts are just out, because there's a set of struts in there. which is probably not going to be fun to change. Do have the rear facing seats, which are really cool and kind of useless for adults, but if you have kids, dangerous but really cool. It does come with seat belts, and these guys fold in. Oh, there goes my dog, Mercedes dog. And these headrests, let's see, do this one-handed. This headrest fold. There's a button there. And these headrests fold like this. Drop that down. You have a nice cargo space here. You got a nice canine net or child net that hooks into there, and you could take it down and retract. You have a nice cover. You buy some fancy things. Let's see if this works. In my other wagon, when you open this, yep, it does. It opens, slides open. See that? It lifts. Really cool feature. And then when you close it, it closes by itself. How neat is that? We got a bit of a rattle from the heat shields. I don't know if you guys can hear that, on both sides. So I'm going to try to repair those if I can. I'm just going to rip them out. And I think I'm going to do some exhaust mods on this car. If you guys have any suggestions as to what kind of exhaust mods would sound the best on this car, let me know. A lot of people say C63 mufflers, and I think resonator delete. I was looking at Eisenman rear mufflers, but I don't know if they make them for the Wagon. It's hard to find fitment for the Wagon as far as aftermarket exhausts. Got Alex put a new set of Continental Extreme Contact Sports all around, and brakes seem to be okay. Actually, I have to adjust the rear parking brake because I put it on and I think it got stuck, and I'm getting a little bit of a grinding noise or a whining noise. These pillars here have little tiny rust bubbles, which are common, and I got 4 of them from another car. I replaced this seal already, and I bought these rubbers that go around the mirrors to replace. I bought a cowl from Mercedes. They still have this in stock, and which is pretty rare. So you gotta buy these parts while they still have them. Overall, this car is very clean. I already started taking apart the seats because my good friend Ian had a set of seats. Well, he had a set of seat covers for the top and the bottom here, and he has the whole passenger seat that I bought from him, and I'm gonna put those in. While I take this seat out, I'll clean up underneath there and get this thing looking right. I'll show you the inside of the car. Pretty clean for the mileage. The mileage is 233,177, and that mileage is the highest mileage that I've ever owned on any Mercedes. I guess this engine is said to be bulletproof, so I went and took the chance, and hopefully it doesn't give me any issues. So I'm just moving the steering wheel as far up as I can, and something tells me this is not going to be fun to get this seat out. Let's see. You know what helps is unplugging all the clips underneath. That helps a whole bunch, believe it or not. Alright, that's all. Alright, don't worry about these sills for getting scratched, because
I ordered new ones, and the new AMG ones, and I replaced this. See all those ripped? Alright, let me show you what's in here. Alright, this was already ripped, and I don't know if I'll be able to find something online. I'll probably try to source that piece. But you have these clips, you have your air hose for your active body control, and you have these clips. One of mine was broken. There's the other one that was good that I slid off prior. And you have a lot of change actually, and some nasty food. Let's collect the change here. Alright, I'll get a vacuum, clean this up really quick. It'll be nice and clean. But alright, let's get to it and try to swap the seat bottom. Alright guys, wish me luck here. Whew, let me show you what I've done so far. So for anyone that has an E55, this is how you're gonna take apart the stupid seat bottom. By no means is this easy. I mean, just a little bit time consuming. This stupid compartment has 3 rivets here. It's riveted in. You have to drill the rivets out. I drilled them out. Then there's 2 more on the bottom here. You have to drill them out. Fasten it to that. Then you have to unplug a bunch of these fasteners. Make sure you remember where they go. I kind of do, so hopefully something will come of this. There's some zip ties you're gonna have to snip and re-zip tie. So, for instance, this is one. Make sure you don't cut the wires. And that'll do. This seat is free. These wires are fed through here. These are fed through here, clipped in. This is probably the heated seat. It's plugged in from the back. This clip, you're gonna have to use a little pick those out. There's one airline. Be very careful not to break the tabs. Pop this airline out. This seat bottom is free. Now I can remove this seat cover by just lifting all of this up, and then we could reinstall the newer one we have. So let's get at it. Putting the cover back on, and all these clips need to fasten in. All those metal copper wires that I fed in. So it's going to be a bit of messing around and kind of pushing them in. So, this in such a way.
Alright, seat bottom leather is installed. What a pain in the ass, but this is a really nice condition leather. My old one is ripped. I just hope that the heated seats work and everything works when I put it back together. I'll detail this, I'll leather reek it. And alright, let's get back to putting this crap back together. Alright guys, the moment of truth. I had to disassemble and rivet out the airbag. This is a nightmare. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. More things to disconnect. God help me. I really hope that I can figure out where all this goes. At the end of this all. At the end of it all, I really hope I know where this shit goes. Or I just break the clips. You could just break stuff like I do. No one's gonna know. They're gonna know. No one's not gonna know. No one's gonna know. Alright, so I'm almost done with this seat. I am riveting back this thing. I already riveted these here. 3 rivets there, and then 2 rivets. One right there, right there. So I'll show you guys how that's done. That's how you rivet that on. I got one more to do, and then double check all the plugs, make sure they're all plugged in and clipped in where they were. Fasten this light. Day 2, and I stayed up till about midnight putting the other seat in. This is the new passenger seat. I'm just going the extra mile and replacing this AMG badge on the seat. One in my car is nicer, so once I get this seat out, this is the next side. I'm going to swap the seat, AMG symbol. I'm going to use the other headrest. Let me show you guys the driver's side seat. Now the wrinkles on the seat will wear down. It'll dry out and the sun will kind of form the seat. But no more rips. Bolster's really nice. All this should come out. I'll probably do a leather reek treatment on all the leather in the car. So this thing will look really clean when I'm done with it. This is the other seat. Clean it up a little bit, but it is a nice sheet. Alright, so I got the passenger seat out just to compare the two. This one's pretty trashed. Just going to swap the badge out. To do that I have to pop the back off, which I'll show you. The back is off on here. You have to release this part, and then in there's some foam you got to peel back, and then 2 prongs. Bend them back, straighten them out, pull this thing out, and then repeat the process there. There's all the crap that was underneath. I'll probably clean this up a little bit, vacuum it, get everything hooked up again, and put it back in. Let me show you guys the seats that I installed. So this is the new passenger seat. Looks great. Everything works. The driver's seat, no tears. I really gave this car a freshen up. So if anybody's ever doing this and they come across an issue with the SRS light, there is a WSS, which is a weight sensor in the passenger side that senses if there is somebody sitting in the seat, and it calibrates the weight, etc., and that kind of tells the computer that there's somebody in the seat, and it activates the airbags in the passenger seat. Well, when I received that passenger chair, I put it in as a whole assembly from a different car, and not knowing that, you know, that would cause an issue. You also should probably disconnect the battery, which I didn't do, but I don't think that was the main cause. The main cause was just the fact that it was out of a different car, and that car may have been in an accident or whatever the case may be, and it triggered a SRS light. So I took the original seat frame. I had to take everything apart, took the original seat frame apart, and then took that seat apart that I got, the passenger one, and put those leathers bottom top onto the old seat rail, put everything back in, and lo and behold, the seat was not going back and forth. It was not adjusting. So once again, I took the seat out, and then I read up online that there is a clip that goes to the motor that if you just unclip it, and if you unclip it, then you can plug it back in and the seat should work. I wish I would have known that right off the get-go before I took the seat out, but whatever. I unplugged it, plugged it back in, put the seat back in, and everything works like it should. So thank God I'm done with that, and I'm just waiting on a few miscellaneous parts. Obviously this cover is just temporary. Those typically break. I ordered a brand new one from the dealer. I ordered new AMG door sills. I just put a temporary one. Even the plastic ones I ordered. I got both the fronts. Rears are still good, so I didn't replace those. But next thing I want to tackle is the push start on the car. So the engine start stop button does not work. So you pretty much have to take apart the center console, remove this, and then remove all the accessories, and underneath there is a wire that taps in, and those wires usually break. Once they break, this loses functionality. So I'll try to go back in there, maybe solder that up and see if I can get this to work again. Other than that, everything is pretty good in this car, and really enjoying it. So stay tuned for all the updates. This is a really cool project, and I think I'd like to keep this car a little bit longer, so it'll be my daily as of now. CLS does have a new transmission. There's just the interior I'm waiting on, and once that's all in, I'll go ahead and put that in and enjoy that car. But here's the driver's side fog light. Looks like new, on the passenger side looks terrible. So I ordered a new one, and it is OEM Mercedes-Benz Hella fog lamp. Let me show you the fog lamp. Here it is. Came from FCP Euro, and the original markings, Mercedes-Benz part number. So put that in. Here's some miscellaneous parts that I got. Some used buttons that are better than the ones I have. These will clean up nicely. I'll probably swap those. I got the passenger chrome door handle. I'll swap that. I already swapped the dash speaker as it was blown. I got the rubber boots for the mirrors that I'll put in, and I got the passenger side seat controls. The headrests usually break. This one is great, so I'll be putting that in, and that about will wrap that up. So stay tuned, and if you like my stuff, make sure to comment down below and hit the like button, and check out some of my previous videos on the 190s if you haven't seen them already. So till next time, take care.